at the bar, at Lillian's bar, which is called Eden. The snakes are back in their terrarium. And the peacekeeper of the city, just kind of both sheriff and keeper of Elysium. There aren't two separate people with those positions. It's just Stokes, who is the peacekeeper, who has the power of both in the city. The city's not very big. There aren't a lot of Kindred. Well, the city is big, but there just aren't a lot of Kindred because of everything that's happened in the past year or so. But Stokes showed up, and you, of course, Stone know Stokes from when you brought in those Thin Bloods to him. Apparently, he was the one who was receiving them, so you still don't know exactly what that was all about. Thank you, Varl. Yeah, the title is pretty good. That's another good word for you, Ian, the title of tonight's game. He showed up preceding the prince, and the prince said, "We need to talk," and then closed the door. And that's where we left off, and that's where we begin tonight, with her staring at the three of you. Stokes goes over, sits down on one of the chairs, lights a cigar, crosses his legs, and just kind of smirks at Stone. And Maud just looks at you, Lillian, and says, "A lot going on. Anything you care to share with me?"
Is there anything you care to share first? Sharing is caring, after all.
Well, I think that considering the difference of status between the two of us, I think it would be very polite and in keeping with good manners for you to begin.
I feel like I've informed you enough. I was asked to look into something by Sam.
Mm-hmm.
We've done that, and now we've seemed to have put our noses in something that rightfully I didn't want to get involved with.
This Kindred was just here. What do you know about her?
Not much, and she scares the bejesus out of Clementine.
Well, Clementine is afraid. What's going on, Lillian? It seems that a lot has happened in the past 48 hours, and that you're attracting all sorts of attention. What is it that you're doing that's bringing so much attention to you in this place? It's like a little beacon that keeps going off, and it's starting to make me a little nervous.
I make you nervous.
You don't make me nervous,
sister.
but what you have going on is making me nervous.
Yeah, well, it makes me nervous too. Welcome to the club. Really, all we were trying to do, and she will glance over at Stone, trying to gauge how much she should say about a blood relative.
Yeah, it's been a busy night looking over at Lillian. So, a couple of things that we need to take care of. Whew, it's a little late. Probably should get going on that, right, Lillian? We should figure some things out real quick.
I'm sorry, am I keeping you from something important?
Is that Maud or Stokes?
Yeah, that's Maud. You'll know when it's Stokes.
Gotcha. The reason why I asked is because, like, Stone has kept eye contact with Stokes as they come in.
It's still starting.
I mean, yeah, I could feel it, like, as he turns his head to Lillian. I mean, I hope you don't take it as disrespect, but yeah, kinda. You're in the middle of something.
Stone, is it? This is...
Last time I checked.
She looks at Stokes. This is the one? He says, the flesh.
Oh, fuck.
There was a bit of a lightness in the package that you delivered. There was less in it than we expected.
Okay.
Would you happen to know anything about that?
No, I didn't take the opportunity to weigh the bodies.
It's not so much weight as numbers. There was one missing.
I mean, you're more than welcome to search here, which again would have to go through Miss Lillian. You're more than welcome to come down to the motorcycle club to see if your missing body is there, but I don't have anything.
I think I'm much more likely to ask you to do those things and to find the missing body and to bring it, so that your contract may be considered duly fulfilled. Because as it stands, it is not. The package was opened and light. The package was opened and light, and I am certain you know what that means. So I would very much appreciate it, Stone, if you, at your earliest convenience, could see your way to finding what's missing and bringing it back to us. We would not want to think of you as someone who doesn't fulfill their ends of the bargain.
I'll figure something out.
Good. And as for the rest of you, everybody here, in fact, I am very well aware that there are several groups that have designs on the city. We appear weak. We have had some tumultuous times, and the sharks smell the proverbial blood in the water and are circling. I would like to make sure you don't make any mistakes. I intend to keep control. I would urge you to be smart. Make smart decisions. You have a wonderful little parcel of land here. You have a little bit of a domain, you have a little bit of freedom, you have a little bit of control over it, and I'm fine with that. You are welcome to do whatever you want with this little piece of the domain that is yours. But ultimately, all of this belongs to the Camarilla. And ultimately, your fealty is to me. And so, whilst you may enjoy this area, I would urge you not to forget. And if strangers come calling, I would hope that you would remember where your ultimate loyalties lie.
There's a moment where Lillian's eyes kind of narrow, that like the light seems to hit just right and accents just how like honey gold they are. She looks up and down. It's like, Of course, I could never forget where my fealty lies. And speaking of, I will probably come to you in 5-ish years asking for progeny, but that's another story for another time.
Tell me, have you spoken to Thomas lately?
No.
I just thought it might be prudent to let you know that Thomas and I don't really see eye to eye on a lot of things, and so I would certainly be wary of whatever offers he comes to lay at your feet. in the next little while.
Should I be made apprised of something?
Not yet.
That doesn't seem very fair. Information for information. I've
This is
given
the
you
Camarilla.
some.
Fair's got nothing
Would
to do
like
with
to have
it.
some in return. You know.
I'm certain that amongst your little friends here, who all sit in the middle of their own little webs like spiders, that one of them can pull on a little strand and get you what you need. You don't need me for that, surely. It is a pleasure to see you again, sister. It's been too long. We should do this more often.
Of course.
Stokes, any last words? Just staring at Stone. No, I think the message got through.
Have a good night, Stokes.
I love what you've done with the place. The snakes in the terrarium? Beautiful.
Thank you.
And with that, she turns and opens the door and heads out, and Stoke puts his cigar out and the glass that he was drinking out of and stands up and I bid you all a good evening. Just don't keep us waiting too long there, eh, Stone?
It's bubbling here. Like he wants to go kiss my ass, Stokes. But he goes, you have a good one.
Bye, Mr. Stokes.
Goodbye. Lamada, was that your...
Clementine. My name is Clementine.
Yes, that's right.
Wow.
And he sachets on out, closing the door behind him.
As they close the door, the syringe that has a crap ton of venom in it, she just like yeets it at the door like a dart.
Hey, Lillian, I got a question. Any one of these chairs you are not too partial to?
I will replace any one of them. It's not a big deal.
Okay, and then like if this were filmed from like the front, you just see Stone walk off the screen and a very distant smash of 2 chairs, and then comes back on screen and goes, "Thank you. I'm a little better now." Okay.
What? Are you okay, Stone?
But no, I don't like that guy at all. Clementine Stokes really gets under my skin, and not in the fun way.
I
Oh.
just...
Oh.
I know she's my older sister, technically, but y'all don't think it's suspicious, her sudden rise to power?
Very sudden.
Well, you know, here's the thing about your sister, and I'm sorry maybe if I'm speaking out of turn, but she seems like kind of a bitch.
No, she is, 100%. You are absolutely correct.
I
Yeah.
believe you mean Ventru.
Touche, motherfucker.
What kind of name is Maud? What are we, the Golden Girls?
I think the name's fine. The name's cute. I think that it's nice, but she seems kind of like an asshole, honestly. And you know, and this is coming from somebody who is me.
Yeah.
I think she's just tripping on power.
Well, you know, such is life, I guess.
Whilst this conversation is going on, outside, what's been going on? Vyn, what's been going through your mind? What's been going through Paz's mind? Since yesterday, the last time we saw Paz, you had met your quote-unquote superior, but the person that runs the organization that you tend to work for, the syndicate, and they had told you that they were in the middle of making some sort of deal. There's an individual they were looking for, and these people from the Neon God were ostensibly going to provide that person for them, and so they wanted no waves for 48 hours, and they asked you to use whatever influence you might have with this group to keep them from making waves for about 48 hours. Now, you had met them recently and helped Lillian with figuring out what has been going on with her computer, and you're the one who had discovered that it had been hacked quite thoroughly by someone on the outside. So, as you sit in your car outside and watch, of all things, the prince exit the bar along with the peacekeeper and get into their truck and head off, what's going through your mind?
Well, Paz may be a strategist, but they're not a genius. They're not convoluted. They're not Machiavellian in any aspect. They don't know how they can convince these other three yahoos to do anything, because not only are they tight-knit, they are some characters. And if not being outdone, maybe broken physically by stones, they're like, this is a losing battle. So it's more of less of who they can convince, of who they want to piss off less.
And as you're sitting there thinking about all that and kind of trying to figure out what your approach might be, your phone offers a little discreet ding of a message having come in.
And they check it out.
Check it out. It's a number you don't know. The message is very brief and to the point. It says, I know you've sniffed me out. Stay out of this. If you ruin this for me, I will expose everyone. And it's just signed with the letter V.
I did it? Me? V? I'm kidding.
It was you all along.
It
Was you all
was
along.
me all along. That's crazy. Hey, you guys, I didn't know this.
I didn't even know
no,
that it was me all
Scooby-Doo.
along.
Yeah. I think they send just as confused ... Okay, and then pocket the phone. Step out. Now there's a third party in this shit. Just things are going so great.
What do you do?
They are out the car and headed to the bars.
You show up at the bar, you realize that there's no one there as far as, humans or patrons or workers or anything like that. You do see some light on the third floor and the front door is open, so you let yourself in. You do get, Lillian, you, I assume, would have some sort of system that
for
would
sure.
let you know that the front door has been open. So you know that someone else is coming towards inside the bar as you speak, just as a lot of you were starting to kind of think about what it is that you want to do next, because you do have a couple of things kind of lined up. You hear footsteps, I guess, coming up the stairs.
Lillian just kind of does this number and ushers, like, encourages everyone to kind of change the subject of plotting and planning, because she doesn't know who's coming up the stairs, just that someone is coming up the stairs.
I think Clementine will be so helpful in this scenario and tell her. And then I told the hot air balloon that, no, Mr. Hot Air Balloon, you can't take me that high. She's just this very strange non sequitur, just loud as possible.
Totally not suspicious at all.
Not suspicious.
Yeah. These are criminal geniuses.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Anyway, they hear a... Hello? Come on in.
Yeah.
Great. Hi, I hope I wasn't interrupting anything. I heard a riveting story about hot air balloons and just hated to interrupt.
Don't worry about that. That's my business only.
Okay, great. Anywho,
how was your evening? It's been eventful here.
Oh, I'm glad we have so much in common. I've been, informed persuaded to dissuade you all, and then I had this, and it just shows their like crappy phone with the text message. I might be ruining something for someone.
Dissuade us from what?
Well, I was asked politely by my people to keep you out of business for, I think, 48 hours. Which...
What is up with this 48 hours? Everyone wants us out of their business for 48 hours. Has anyone else noticed that through line?
No, absolutely. And my consistent question is, what's happening in the next 2 days to where we specifically have
the
to
tent,
be like
the whole not ministry thing.
Question, Bleak, is Rose still with us? I'm assuming.
I don't remember if he was still there. I get the feeling that he wasn't there when Kementiri showed up, so I think he left before all that happened. I have the distinct I honestly don't remember. I have the distinct sense that he wasn't there when Kementiri showed up.
He came after because she sent him the 911 text. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you sent the 911 text. That's right. I think that very true. I think that he would have kind of made himself scarce when the prince showed up, so he's probably somewhere else in the bar and not kind of waiting to see what you're gonna do. If you're gonna he definitely would not have been definitely would not have wanted to be in the room with the prince.
Okay. Well,
so here's the thing. I am putting my ass on the line, being forthcoming with you three. So I am asking for a bit of compensation, protection.
Protection I can do. It turns out I'm being blackmailed, and then we'll show the messages. Like, I need help tracking down this person so I can frankly, I'm going to ghoul them and probably destroy their brain, but that's between us.
I see.
I'm sorry, Vyn. Were you here when the blackmail message came in?
I want to say so. At least the threat to embrace.
Yeah, okay, that's right. I just wanted to know if you as a player, if that was in the game that you had been here before. Otherwise, I would have caught you up with that. But okay.
All right, then. I will, and then just like kind of trails off. And sends this very sarcastic thumbs up to the mystery number.
Yeah, you get a sense that obviously that the two things are connected, right?
Yeah.
As for who are your people? And like Lillian has an incredibly stern face right now. You get the feeling she's almost trying to peer through you to make sure that you're telling the truth.
And no role needed. They're just as placid and dead fish face as ever. The syndicate. Information brokers. Etc., etc.
Clementine, what do you know about them?
Bleakseason, what do I know about them?
You know everything that I put in our chat Discord about them. Okay. You know that... let me tell you what that all looks like. So they are a kind of a new criminal organization that arose out of the union between a group of LASOMBRA and a group of Giovanni, or rather Hecata, who have apparently this particular union or group has existed for a very, very long time, but they just kind of became active in Montreal. They are actively, as far as you can tell, actively attempting to kind of corner the market on the criminal influence in the city. So basically what's happened because of Gehenna and the Beckoning and all the elders leaving and a lot of people leaving and everything that happened last year where a bunch of other people bunch of other kindred died, it left a lot of vacuums, and they're kind of like out there hoovering up the vacuums, hoovering up
Right.
all that stuff. So
The space.
they are
Yep.
very much kind of looking into that, cornering that market on the underworld, I would say, of the city, which includes, as Pause was just mentioning, information brokerage and things of that nature.
This is kind of maybe more of a maybe not so meta, but more of an abstract question. Would Clementine feel the heat on her own business and entrepreneurship from the syndicate?
So what you personally have felt is this, the idea that they understand how things work, that there are other people, that there are, different things. I think, hold on, give me a second.
Don't die.
You, I think, they would be happy to let you operate as long as you occasionally worked for them when needed. Like, they would be happy to have independents out there doing stuff and having their own contacts and managing their own things, as long as they could be tapped once in a while for stuff. So you are much more focused specifically on information gathering. Information gathering is a tool for them. So they have in-house people like Pause and some others, but they might also rely on external people. So you've not yet felt any sort of pressure on you to join or get lost or anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay. I think Clementine sort of knits her brows and looks between Pause and Lily and very quietly says, "It's a bunch of very naughty boys. They have not infringed on anything that I do. However, there's a crime market to be had, and information brokerage sort of relies on said market."
I see. Well, that sounds like a business transaction.
Maybe now.
Maybe not right now, but we can definitely work something out. I have no qualms with the syndicate. I feel like this could be a beneficial thing. If that's something everyone is open to down the line. Now, with that settled, you have my protection. Pause.
Thanks.
I would like to be excluded with working directly for the syndicate. I have...
No, you wouldn't be directly working for them.
Oh, good. Oh, thank God.
I would be the middleman, but I would never put you in harm's way.
Don't love that. More the harm part, life is harm, and I've recognized that. Unlife is even more harm. Unfortunately, and I think you see this moment of like lucidity within Clementine. I have a small business that I run out of your club, and I would like to maintain that small business as independent as I possibly can.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Okay, as long as we have that understanding.
Yes. Nothing changes between us, but there are deals to be had. And I like to be informed, even with the underside of things. Now, Stone, your daughter.
Yes, I also have a thing too. He's just been sitting there patiently waiting for somebody to mention. Yes,
It's all up here.
I get it. I'd like to just, y'all know me. I'd like to go in, guns blazing, grab them, and leave. But I'm pretty sure you're going to present a less
Guns
forward
blazing option. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to make an enemy out of someone who is thus far trying to show us friendship. Friendship being a loose term here.
There it is.
They have psychic mind attacked my Malkavian, and I don't necessarily like that. However, they are willing to turn over your daughter unharmed.
Okay. So we set a trap. As soon as my daughter's in safety, I spring in action.
Or we could just get your daughter and walk away.
Okay, and then leave this unknown known out in the world?
Well,
Clementine?
the unknown known is sort of scary and extremely strong and has several followers that could overrun us pretty quickly. And there's also the question of, have we broken the masquerade?
Well, since the prince just came up in here and basically told me to pledge fealty or bad things happen. Oh, yes, Paz, you missed so much.
Yeah, that I never thought I would hear the P word in any context ever again.
That's also my broodmate, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to be the head of a new empire, apparently.
Well, one wants to make us the head of the new empire, and one is just willing to leave me and mine alone.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
My concern about the breaking of the masquerade isn't so much at our present moment, but the absolute potential of doing so should Stone go in guns blazing.
No, we can't have that. We have too many problems, Stone. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I'm going to kill somebody soon, but I can wait.
Okay, that's fair.
No, that seems fair.
That's valid. I have a suggestion, Stone, perhaps.
Absolutely.
I could come with you during this excursion to extract your daughter. Perhaps maybe if not a trap, but a distraction if need be. And then I think it might lead me a little bit closer to my own psychic mind attack issues.
I'm willing to try anything at this moment. That sounds fine, Clementine.
I can do some weird stuff. I haven't learned to juggle yet, though, but we're working on it.
Juggling's weird? Okay. I would feel that juggling's normal. Okay, no, that's fine. Just the two of us. It looks at Lillian and Paz. Are you guys going to be elsewhere?
I have a stalker to deal with.
I was kind of hooked into that storyline too. Like, keep us updated. Send us a text.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sure. Mind if I tag along?
Of course.
So, Stone and Clementine are heading over to the abandoned mall on Côte des Neiges to see about your daughter. Paz and Lillian will be dealing with this blackmailer. Is there anything you want to do? Like, if there's, before we kind of move on to that, if there's anything you want to do, anything you want to, influences you want to tap, or anything you want to prepare, or anything you want to do, let's deal with that now, and then we'll move on to those two situations.
I do. I need to make a phone call to that thin blood that I met in episode 1.
Yes, the Ashen Crow, Desmond.
Yeah. Desmond. I need to send a message to Desmond and tell him, if you still have the body, which you should, to just drop it off at the Princess. Just don't ask questions. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Put it in a really pretty body bag. Put a bow on it. I don't give a damn. But just take it to the Princess and leave.
Your phone rings back right away.
Hello?
Hi, I just thought it'd be faster to call you than text back and forth for the next 15 minutes. It's Desmond. The situation's evolved since we last spoke.
Okay.
Do you... The old mall on Côte des Neiges, are you familiar with it?
Oh, am I? I'm actually on my way there now.
Oh, good. I'm waiting for you here. And he hangs up.
That's weird. Excuse me for a moment. And then like walks away from wherever Clementine is and just ferociously punches the air, comes back into the frame. Okay, let's go do this.
Okay, one moment. I think Clementine's just going to tell Ro what she's doing to be on standby in case things get weird.
Is there anything you need me to be doing? I'm assuming this is vampire business, so I'm happy to stay out of it. But
Yeah, well, sort of vampire business in a way. It's personal for my friend Stone, but maybe perhaps you just keep doing your best.
well, I can certainly try.
I'm hoping that the thing connected to Stone is also connected to your thing, and so maybe I can knock both of those out together, and I'll update you with my findings.
Okay. Sounds good. Just mind the snakes.
No, don't say that.
Anything else you two want to handle before you head up there?
Nope.
All good.
Okay. Meanwhile, Lillian and Pause, what will you be attempting to do? How will you be attempting to handle this situation?
Lillian has drawn up a contract of ghoulship. Business first. She doesn't know who this person is, but it is easier to deal with someone when they are a ghoul and more perceptive to what you have to say. And, standard Ventru things, being a ghoul for 5 years isn't that bad. I want to see if they're worthy of it, So it's a standard contract. If they're going to blackmail, she'll give them half of what they want. They do have to wait. Embrace is never an immediate thing. For some.
Seems fair. Yep. Anything else?
No, I think Pa's just gonna play bodyguard and stand menacingly in the background with a shadow cloak or something.
Sounds good. As you are working on the contract and looking menacing in the background, you will get a phone call. The bar's phone will ring.
Well, that's weird. She'll answer. Hello, this is Eden. How may I help you?
You hear a young woman's voice. It's somewhat distorted, so you figure there's probably some kind of technological gizmo being used to kind of change it a little bit. You can just kind of tell that it's a young woman's voice. And the voice says, 24 hours is almost up. You thought about my offer?
You know my establishment. Meet us here.
Us? You're not alone?
That is, in fact, why I said us.
Who's with you? Hold on. Let me just get access to your cameras, and you see little red lights on your cameras turn to green.
There is a not so pleasant middle finger just waiting.
Question for Pause.
Mm-hmm.
Were you doing anything while standing in the shadows? Were you using your optometry or whatever, or that was just kind of you're there and in plain sight?
I mean, they're not hiding. I had to read the discipline over it. Like, you can't hide in the shadows with it.
The voice says, that one's possibly going to be a problem.
They are fine. I promise.
You
They'll
don't
text
know.
how
You
so.
don't know them like I do.
Lillian's like cupping the phone. They don't know you. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
This person seems to be up in both of our business. Maybe we should like put the phone back. Just, I will assure you, venture promise, that nothing bad will happen tonight. I can't promise anything beyond tonight, but I can promise tonight.
You know that if anything happens to me, everything that I've amassed is going to get released, right? And it's going to go to
well
people
aware.
who are going to care.
It does weigh heavily on my mind.
Be there in 10 minutes.
She hangs up the phone and waits for the camera to blink or go back to blinking red.
They do not.
And okay, then she's going to position herself to just facing Pause.
You can do that, yeah.
That way there's no lip reading or anything like that. And she knows for a fact the cameras don't really have sound. It's like, maybe we should just kill him.
You know, that is very much a possibility.
They do have information on me that they said they would release. And originally I was just going to Google them and get the information, but they seem like a serious problem. What do they have on you, if anything?
You know, I keep racking my mind around this and nothing. It's blank as this can be, unfortunately.
Weird. Well, for now, we'll just Google them and find out what they know.
Cool, perfect, great. I love this for you and for me.
And while you await the coming of this person, your truck, I assume, Stone? You pull up.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You pull up in front of the mall. Now, this mall, the Côte de Neige Mall, was known as the other mall. It's always been in a very kind of semi-industrial, just not a kind of a great neighborhood, and it's always been a very kind of rundown, rinky-dink kind of mall, and it didn't survive the pandemic. There are for sale signs all around the building, but it's a huge building, and it's in a just not a neighborhood with a lot of access or anything like that. So, you know, it's just going to sit there forever. But as you approach it, you can see that the windows are boarded, the doors are boarded. There's, as I said, for sale signs everywhere. There's frost chain link fence that's been built up right around most of it. As you kind of like drive around a little bit and take a look at it, you know, coming in from behind, you can see that there is a section of the fencing near the shipping receiving area in the back that's been open. And while you don't see lights on anywhere, you notice about a half dozen motorcycles parked kind of off in the shadows along the wall of the mall in the back, like where the ramp kind of goes down for the shipping receiving. They're kind of like hidden there.
Do the bikes look familiar? Are they running any colors?
No,
Is
they don't.
there
They don't super stand out specifically to you. They could belong to any number of. They don't have any sort of markings or anything like that on them.
Okay. How far are we from those bikes? We're still in the truck, but like...
Yeah, you're still in the truck. So I would say you're like probably like in the street next to the opening to the back. So it's maybe like, you know, 100 feet to where they're parked.
100 feet. And I see no people?
Nope.
Sick. Any cameras?
Yes, there are, but you can't really imagine that they're working. They, in any way, shape, or form, they don't. There's no outward sign that they're working. You can't imagine that they would be, but then again, who knows?
Okay, got it. I look over at Clementine and go, I'm gonna park real quick. Excuse me for a second. I'll park the truck, reach to the center console, pull out this huge knife, and I scurry myself over to where the bikes are, and I start popping tires.
Not a problem. You go through, pop the tires without too much difficulty. Meanwhile, in the car, Bones, you're watching him do this, and you suddenly get a strange whiff, like a very musty, dusty smell. Something you might associate with like a sepulcher or tomb of some sort. There's this kind of old dead smell that kind of lingers around, and for a moment your vision kind of blurs and goes in and out a bit, and you see this in front of you, this strange sort of underground mausoleum, and then that disappears and the smell goes away.
Huh. Well, that was a little bit odd.
I think that Stone will see. Was it in front of the car, in front of the truck?
Yeah.
I think that, if Stone turns around and sees Clementine, he'll probably hear the car door close. And she walks around to the front of the truck, and she looks like she is looking for something that's not there, obviously. And she's kind of got her hand out like a mime, trying to look for a wall that's not before her.
Hey, what's going on? Sorry, I went to... You saw me. What's going on? What are you doing?
I saw something, and then it was gone.
What'd you see?
Like an entrance to something.
Like right here?
Like a mausoleum, like a tomb.
This is kind of like the... God, I hate that I'm going to say this. So, this is kind of like in The Mummy 2 when they had the flashback when they stood into a certain area to where they would like be pushed back to a certain time period. And because they're in this area, they can see what was here. Like, was there a mausoleum that used to be here? I'm trying to connect with you. I apologize.
I don't think that there is a tomb in the middle of a mall.
You never know.
I don't think so, but no, I think it's more of that fractured mind becoming more fractured, and now I'm a little bit nervous. And then part of me thinks, Stone, perhaps I should just let it happen. Just let it break. Do you ever feel that way? Do you ever feel like your mind is cracking, and then you are doing everything you can to keep it together, and then you keep having these visions, and maybe the visions are coming for a purpose, and if you just let it break, if you just let it snap, you'll see the purpose.
Yeah. I don't... honestly, you'd be very surprised in how much I can resonate with that.
I think Stone would know that for as long as he has known Clementine, she has these like in and out moments of like lucidity and is trying so desperately to keep it together and to not break. And for her to say that would be something a little bit profound.
I don't think it's lost on him, and I think that's why he responded as such. Like, yeah, like I think the difference between when I break and when you break is that I cause a lot of damage. I think yours would actually be extremely helpful to not only you but everyone around you. Might be some sense of clarity.
Is it clarity or is it madness?
It's both. Sometimes the clearest pathway is through something that's a little mad.
Let's go find your daughter.
Okay. Goes back to the truck.
And what do you do?
I'd like to drive to where like the the most obvious entrance of this would be. We're not looking to sneak in. We were invited. I'm also looking out for Desmond. If I see Desmond before there's an obvious entrance, I'm going to stop where Desmond is.
All right, give me an intelligence plus investigation.
Can I help him at all?
Sure, you can
In
do one
this-
also.
Intelligence plus what? I'm sorry.
Investigation.
Investigation. Thanks very much. I would love to tell you what I rolled.
It's a new night for you, Vyn. So if you would do a rouse check for me, the others you're in the same night, so you don't have to make another one.
I got 4 successes.
Oh God. I'm going to use a night move to boost my dice here.
If you do it after you roll, it's 2 night moves.
No, I did. I just pre-roll, and I also got 4 successes.
Twinning.
Both of you will notice fairly easily that one of the doors, one of like the regular mall doors, the chain that would have been padlocking it is broken and kind of dangling loose.
Okay, I mean it's obvious somebody pushed through there. I would assume at this point we would have to get out of the truck by now. Yeah. It gets out, goes over to that piece of fence.
Another thing you're going to notice, since you both had so many successes, is that there are a lot of tracks. There's snow. There are a lot of tracks, and some of them are like a few nights old. So there's been a lot of coming and going through this door for the past few nights.
I think as he's walking to the fence, Clementine's going to put a hand on his shoulder behind him.
Yep.
I know that we were invited here, but I can't help but be a little bit worried.
And she sort of points to the tracks.
That we might be wildly outnumbered.
It looks down at the tracks and it goes, it seems that's a strong possibility. I guess I'll keep my cool.
I think that I would like to impress on you, Stone, that there's going to have to be a decision to be made if that happens, a plan B. And I know that you want your daughter back really badly, more than anything probably, and I can't relate to that at all. But the final death is something to be feared, I believe. I'm not ready to die, and I don't think you are either. A decision will have to be made if it comes to it.
Understood?
She lets go of his shoulder and steps back. I really hope that you do understand that.
When you let go of his shoulder and step back, you see that he's an older white man dressed in a priest's garb. He's got a long beard, little round glasses, short hair, and he's dressed in like a very kind of old-timey priest's garb for a moment.
Who are you?
Stone, you hear her ask that.
Stone. Clement. Hey, but are you having a moment here?
Do I still see this priest?
No, it was just a brief flash for a moment.
Yeah, I think so.
And you see a little bit of distress on her face. She's getting anxious.
Can we just open the gate and hurry?
Yeah, we can do that.
You open the door, and as you do, we cut across town to Eden, where Paz and Lillian are waiting around. Literally 10 minutes on the dot. You see this. So in Montreal, there's this service called Communoto, which is like a ride-sharing thing where you can just pick up a car somewhere and drive it around, and they're very distinctive. They're gray, and they have the Communoto sign on the side. So you see one of those little Communotos pull into the lot, and it goes exactly where there's a blind spot on the cameras.
Of course it does.
You hear outside the door slam shut.
Oh, I love that they're coming in with attitude.
That was their car door slamming shut, not your bar door, sorry. You hear the door downstairs open and close.
So to much of everyone's surprise, Eden has a full loudspeaker through it, where Lillian from behind her, the terrarium bar, can in fact talk to everybody. It's a thing she enjoys doing to other kindred. So she will just pop up through the speakers that are in the club and say, meet us on the 3rd floor.
And you hear that distorted voice echo through the various other speakers in the bar saying, I know.
A techno dick swinging contest.
Yeah, can you beat them?
Hear footsteps coming up slowly. And pause just outside the door. And then the door opens.
Well, don't keep us waiting.
The door opens. The person comes in. It's hard to tell exactly who or what they are. They're wearing several layers of clothing. They have a hoodie on and one of those winter ski masks that have like the nose that's going to cut out, but there's like a nose guard and it's black, and wearing sunglasses and the hoodie over, hands in their pocket, backpack over one shoulder like a crossbody backpack. And when they speak, you can hear still that distorted voice that's coming from somewhere on their person. And the person says, do we have a deal?
We have some finer points to discuss.
Such
Have a
as?
seat. Our society has rules. I'm sure you can understand that for various reasons. You blackmailing me means that you obviously understand that there are certain things that we have to keep secret.
The traditions.
Correct.
I know all about it, or at least to a certain degree. And I know, Lillian, that I'm putting you in a bit of a situation here, but I'm a little desperate, and I would think...
Why are you desperate?
There's a hesitation, and then they continue. I would think, Lillian, given what my research has told me about you, about how you should understand what jealousy can do to someone who is not chosen.
This is actually an emotion Lillian does not understand. Lillian, she even looks like someone who has just had the world handed to her. So she doesn't understand what jealousy really is, because if she wanted it, she just went out and got it. She looks this person up and down. You seem to be well informed. You're in luck. I actually happen to like competent people.
name Sally Whitward mean something to you then?
Does the name Sally Whitward?
I don't know.
mean
It's in the
something to
background that
me?
you gave me for your character.
Oh, fuck! Oh my god, I forgot entirely. Whoops. Lillian's just like, oh fuck.
How do you think I found out about you and about this little setup of yours? How do you think I got code from Aegis, which I'm sure this one, pointing over to Pause, figured out?
Like I said, I like competency. You should know that better than most.
I am confident.
Lillian's smile is not nice.
So do we still have details to hammer out, or?
We do. No one under our current princeship is embraced willy-nilly. There is rules and regulations to be had.
Mm-hmm.
You must serve as a ghoul for 5 years before you're deemed worthy of embrace. I do not make these rules. The prince does.
I heard her call you sister. I'm sure you have some sway with her.
I don't have that much sway. Trust me, I wish I did.
Maybe that can change.
Maybe, but not tonight.
You came on my radar tonight. I now have my little elves looking into her. I may find something useful.
I'd be curious to find out.
Mm-hmm. Anything else we need to hammer out?
I will also need you to sign this contract. And she, like, the parchment that she slides over is beautiful. It is handcrafted paper. It is the writing on it. She has gone through extensive lengths to actually write with a quill pen out the full contract with a place for a bloody thumbprint sign.
Are worried about this tradition of hiding yourselves, and you want me to sign a physical contract?
Yes, because keeping things in digital isn't smart. That's why my business is above board most of the time.
And should I sign this with my real name, or should I invent
With your blood.
my blood?
Yes.
It's getting very Dracula.
It's just how our clan likes to do things. Prim and proper, you know.
Whatever it takes. But I need some assurance from you
And that is?
that you're going to make sure your friend here doesn't interrupt.
Look to pause for a sec. Do you care that this is happening?
You know, for the most part, I don't. And
I didn't
it's
think
really
so.
starting to irritate me why you keep teasing.
Look back to the Sally.
Fine. And they pull a knife, remove a glove, at the tip of their finger, approach the contract, look at you, and then sign their name. on
Is
the
it their
paper.
actual name?
You read it?
Yeah, of of course.
It's a name you've never seen before.
What name is that?
Venus Kilgard.
It's shooting a gun at you! Pew, 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 pew.
Venus.
And unfortunately, does Lillian say that out loud?
For sure.
Yeah, head snaps up like a fucking hound dog.
The person in front of you pulls back their hood, removes their glasses, pops the mask. You see someone who looks remarkably like Paws.
Is this family?
You know, who's to fucking say?
Again, do you care?
Let me answer your question with another question. One that has befuddled philosophers for ages. Does a bear shit in the woods?
Of course they do.
You gave me your word you wouldn't let them interfere.
And they will not. You just heard that. Bears, in fact, shit in the woods.
I think I'm very composed right now.
It's interesting. That's the two of you here. Both of you having gotten something that perhaps somebody else more deserving should have gotten. There's kinship there.
We'll see if you're more deserving in 5 years. Lillian will take the knife and sort of slit her arm. The other half of this is you have to drink.
Are you serious?
Deadly.
I wasn't talking to you.
She smiles.
Venus looks at you. And meanwhile, across town, over at the shopping mall.
No, go back. Go back.
You enter this place, and it's this, it's a dead shopping mall. Like, as far as liminal spaces go, like, Bones would write a game about this place.
I'm very pleased. Bones is extremely pleased. Clementine, horrified. Bones, pleased.
It's one of those malls that has that, like, red tile, like, halfway up the wall, and then it's kind of like the white paint that's kind of old and yellowed by cigarette smoke and time on the top part. And
Nice.
it's got handrails that are painted red, and then little guardrails that are painted blue, and it's really got the 1980s mall kind of action going on. Never been updated,
Oh, fuck yeah.
And
Is there neon?
yeah, there's old neon signs that are like, broken or kind of half hanging there. There's old shops you see, just, the jean shop, and there's the food court over there. You can see, like, those rides on the springs for the kids, that would go back and forth. There's a couple of those in one corner, and everything's kind of old and falling apart, and just, it's really just this dark, sad, abandoned place.
I'm gonna fucking nut. Love it. I'm so excited.
As you walk in, it's very dark. There's no light really. I would assume you have a flashlight that you brought from your truck or something. You
Of course.
step through, and the only thing is you hear far off the echo of distant conversation coming down one wing. And it's one of those malls that's just a square. And it's got the food court in the center. It's not a huge mall.
I think, Stone, you will notice Clementine is a little too close to you. She is very anxious right now.
You could probably like hear the instep of Clementine behind him. Stone turns around and goes, "Hey, you okay?"
I'm fine. I don't think there's psychic mind attacks that are happening anymore. I think there's something within my own mind is playing tricks on me, and now I'm very anxious to be in this place. And well, granted, suppose I'm a creature of the night. This is too much night.
You can go back to the truck. It's fine.
Nope, I'm in it.
All right. Okay.
As you walk through along towards the sun, I assume, you start noticing that a lot of the benches look like old church benches, Bones. But like really, really old ones that you would have found in like some church in, the year 700 somewhere or something like that. Like old wood, cracked, and with crosses carved on the side. And they're just sort of everywhere, kind of scattered about. Some of them broken, some of them still in decent shape.
Are there any Bibles?
No, you don't see Bibles, but I think as you walk through and there's a lot of trash on the ground and loose papers and things like that, you would see old pamphlets or like sheet music, things like that, from religious hymns and whatnot, kind of scattered about in Latin.
I think that Clementine is picking up whenever she sees these, and I would imagine she's just picking up trash.
Yeah.
But she's like undoing whatever crumpled hymns she finds and is trying to find some sort of sign within there. I think that this is it. I think this is her Malkavian moment where she believes that God is speaking to her.
What do you two do?
I'm gonna turn on Eyes of the Beast while we're walking through this abandoned mall, just in case if there's something in the corner.
No problem.
That seems to be, yeah. But Stone, I'm gonna continue pushing forward towards where I can hear the murmurs.
While we're doing that, can I get a chance to do a Sense the Unseen? Would Sense the Unseen be...
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to do... Because I can do Wits plus Aspects or Resolve plus Aspects. I'm going to do Wits. That is 2 successes.
You don't see anything. There's no ghosts or anything like that flitting around. You don't see anything hiding in the shadows or in the darkness. The only thing that's kind of strange is you would think they would all be broken. There's these beautiful, gigantic stained glass windows that are letting in light all around you in this strange kind of cathedral roof of this shopping mall.
Like sunlight or moonlight?
Light.
Okay. Heard. I think that she has her eyes, like she's not looking, she's walking, but her eyes are above her at that ceiling.
As you walk, Stone, you hear people up ahead moving and coming towards you, and you notice Desmond and one of his cohorts approaching. Stone, is that you?
Yeah, Desmond. Okay. I noticed Desmond come from the direction where I can hear the murmurs.
Yeah.
Or the whatever.
Yeah.
Can I make a wits and awareness?
Go for it.
I'm looking for demeanor here. I only got 2 successes. I'm looking for demeanor here, as if like they're comfortable in this space, like they're not approaching this the same way that we're approaching it, almost as if like, aha, you know.
No, they seem kind of uncomfortable. He seems a bit tense. But you don't get a sense of threat or anything like that from them.
Desmond, what are you doing?
Well, we asked questions of the woman we found in the container, and she told us that this is where they were supposed to meet up. So we decided to come and take a look.
Where's the woman?
Well, we didn't bring her here. We left her back where we're keeping her. She's awake. Doing all right. We're gonna see if she's a threat, if she's a problem. It really feels like she's been very programmed, very conditioned. There's clear signs of a blood bond. Whoever sent her here on this mission took someone who is a true believer and made them even more so. So it might take some time before we can let her go on her own, but I don't think she's going to be a huge problem.
Okay, a true believer of what, Desmond?
They were sent here to proselytize for this Church of the Neon God. They wanted thin bloods so that they could walk around during the day and mix in with the humans. There was a number of them.
Great. Give me a second. Pulls out his phone, quickly texts Lillian. I think all of those people at the tent were thin bloods. And then puts his phone away. Okay, it's good to know. Good to know. What's over there?
So over there seems to be kind of their, I don't know, headquarters, base of operations. It's where they would meet. Whoever's been running this, some of them have been in the city for a while. And I guess this is their meeting point, where they decide who's going to do what, where they go, meet up, exchange information, things of that nature. From what I can tell, they're just starting to get busy here. They haven't established roots yet. This whole revival thing, this whole Neon God thing this weekend was supposed to be the, I guess, kind of launching point of the whole thing.
Okay. Understood. Last thing. How did you get here? Did you ride your bikes?
Yeah, we left them out back.
Someone popped your tires.
Okay. It looks set. This is the right-hand man. Just make a call, get someone down here with a couple of trucks. Yep.
Okay. I think I'll turn to Clementine and be like, how do you feel?
Clementine, you are sitting in this strange old kind of mausoleum. It's definitely underground. It's definitely a mausoleum that's been carved out of the ground itself. You're sitting on a small wooden bench that's really just a plank that's kind of been pushed into this wall partially. There are candles and torches around you, and in front of you is this sarcophagus that, again, appears to have been carved directly out of the earth. It seems old as fuck, to be honest. You're sitting there, and you can tell there's someone else here with you. And your voice has left you. You cannot speak anymore.
I found my voice. Is this in a way that Clementine can see somebody out of her peripherals, or is it just the vibe?
You just get the sense that there's someone in the shadows.
I think she calls out to the darkness. Hello.
Clementine. Been difficult trying to reach you.
Do I recognize this voice?
Not at all. You see from the shadows something moves and a figure moves forward. They are a man, dark-skinned, bald, and they come into the shadow, the light, just enough that you can see them, and you can see that they have scripture inked everywhere on their skin.
How long have you been trying to reach me?
Not very long.
I don't feel so
Few
bad
days.
then.
Time is just this strange thing that has no beginning and no end, and I find after so much of it that most of it becomes meaningless.
I've been trying to protect myself from these mind attacks from a group of individuals that are not very good and very evil, and perhaps doing horrible things within the city that I live in.
Yes, I assume that after my departure this might occur.
Who are you?
I'm not sure. Most recently, the one called Dubois called me the Saint.
I see.
But I don't think that's actually my name. I remember another name from a long time ago. Brother Andre, they called me. That was some time ago. I'm no longer here. I've left. I've been taken. But
That's unfortunate.
Slept here for so long. I thought I was the custodian of the city's dreams. But I was poisoned. And in turn, I poisoned the dreams of the citizens, so it is probably a good thing that I'm gone. But there is something I kept preciously. It remains in my cave. I would like you to go find it. Someone has to watch over the dreams of the city.
Where's your cave?
They named a station after me. Oh. Father Dubois knows. The witch also, Elise knows.
Should I seek these people out?
I can probably show you the way if you are willing to let me in.
I've been trying so hard the last few days to keep everybody out.
The trick is in letting the right ones in.
But you were poisoned.
I was. The ones who took me away have brought me somewhere to cleanse me. They want me to go and kill others in a place called Gehenna. It has a familiar ring to it, but I'm not quite sure exactly what that means yet. But They say only I can do it. And so I will go. Because they helped me.
And you want me to let you in to show you where your cave is so that somebody can watch over the dreams of the city? Are you God?
I don't think so.
I think God's trying to reach me.
I was gonna say I think I'm his child, but then aren't we all?
I would like to make a deal with you, Father Andre, Brother Andre.
Speak.
I'll let you in. And I'll do what I have to do to perhaps let the mind shatter. But will you help me find God and speak to him?
Why do you say your mind will shatter?
It's
Your
because what I am.
mind is meant to be shattered and expanded. You're holding on to water with both hands, hoping that it stays in your hand. The harder you squeeze, the more of it runs out between your fingers.
You know, it's so crazy is I just said the same thing the other day.
Well, it just makes sense. Shall I show you where to go?
Yeah. I would like to know.
Can I let you in on a little secret before I do?
Okay.
I was already in. And you see before your eyes Troll Lord Gaming coming in and raiding us. Thank you very much, Chuck.
Chuck, I love you, Chuck.
Hope you had a great game. You see before your eyes the near entirety of human history flash. You see a world that is desolate, that has almost nothing. See the first few people walk upon it. You see the first few tribes gather, the first cities rise, the first cities fall, empires stepping over each other. History building up and then turning to sand and dust in front of your very eyes. You see Athens, and you see Rome, and you see Constantinople, and you see London, and you see all of these things. And you see Montreal as it was in the beginning, before even the French and the English came here. This mountain, holy, filled with power. You get a sense of deep peace, of something slipping through time, hiding away here, finding a place to rest for a very long time before being discovered again, and now an incredible sense of loss as whatever slept here is gone. And then you see it. You see the cave, and you see where it is. Somewhere beneath the oratory. Somewhere beneath Mount Royal. And you know how to get to it.
Do I feel an urge to go right now?
No. Okay. Stone, you turn around and Clementine is standing there, her arms out and across, looking up at the dark ceiling of the shopping mall.
I think I gently approach Clementine and put my hands where their elbows meet and just slowly put those down. And then as soon as they're by her sides, hey, where'd you go?
Do I hear him on my back?
Yeah.
I shattered.
You hear dozens and dozens and dozens of voices in your mind. It's a cacophony, but you can focus on them. You can choose to hear some and not others, raise the volume, lower the volume. And you realize it's your brethren all around the world talking to each other, sending messages back and forth.
It's the most beautiful sound I've ever seen or heard. Not seen. Can't see sound, but I can hear it all. I can hear it all, Stone. I can hear it, and I know where it is. I know what to do now.
Okay. Clementine, I want to hear all about it as soon as we get back to the truck.
Where's your daughter?
Hopefully in the next room.
Okay.
And he does he doesn't break looking at them as he turns away. And now he's a little bit nervous. Going back to the previous conversation of maybe you should let it just snap. He didn't know what to expect, but now that it's in front of him, or what he assumes is in front of him, he's a little shaken.
She is like unblinking, tears sort of welled up, and just from an outside perspective, this woman is stark raving mad. But she feels the most clear she's ever felt in her life. Or unlife.
We good here, Stone? You hear Desmond say?
Yeah. Just point me in the right direction so I can get in, get out. And,
yeah,
we can
no
be
problem.
on
Which just,
another night.
gotta figure out what we do with the other 4.
There's 5 total?
Yeah. Well, there's the one we have back at the club, and then there's 4 more Thin Bloods here, newly created.
Newly created. Is there an elder being in this room as well?
No. Just the 4 Thin Bloods.
4 Thin Blood. Wait. And then he pulls out his phone. Do one of those Thin Bloods look like this? And it's a picture of his daughter.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it here because the mic is sensitive and headphone viewers, but like, I think Stone kind of just breaks in that moment, and he's trying not to scream very loudly, but he's just like, trying to hold it together. It's real bad.
Clementine's mouth, her hand comes over your mouth, and she's like shushing you like a wild animal.
That's exactly what's happening here.
It's okay. It's daughter as well, Stone. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine.
Okay. Okay. So this one, I need you to grab respectfully and bring them back to Lillian's bar.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I need you to do that for me. Clementine, here are the keys to the truck. As soon as Desmond has Logan, have him drive all of you out of here.
I can try.
Please have Desmond drive.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stone.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to remind you of a conversation that we had just moments ago outside about Plan Bs and such, and the sanctity of life and unlife.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps maybe, while you're a strong man, maybe don't get yourself overrun.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate your concern. I'm going to go in that room, and I'm going to shatter.
She takes his hand, and she turns up the palm and lowers her face down and kisses the palm of his hand.
Yeah. I appreciate that, Clementine. But I...
That's for good luck.
Thank you. All right, we all have our roles. Please, let's just get this done. I want to be out of here.
And as you each go and tend to your roles, back at the club, Venus looks at you, pause, and says, "Do I really want this? You don't know? You who know so much about me and what to do to protect me and to take care of me and look over me. You didn't even know I could do these things, did you?"
It's not a matter of underestimating what you can and cannot do. I'm surprised, hurt, defeated, I guess. I've been trying to keep you from all of this for as long as I could.
The thought that I would one day die and you wouldn't, and you would go on without me for however long, 50, 100, 1,000 years, that didn't rankle you a little bit?
Because it wasn't by choice. But please, but by all means, if you want to be immortal forever, be my fucking guest.
What other choice is there? How
Good
can I
question.
go on just being the sun when you're the moon and the two can never meet in the same sky?
Look, Venus, I know it looks like I've been cheating you or trying to better you at something, but I promise you don't want this.
From everything I've seen, it does seem to be a bit of a mixed bag. Not gonna lie.
I've always felt that unlife is what you make of it.
You, Lillian, no offense, but you are an immortal being who is blood family to the ruler of this place, and you crouch in this miserable little bar and hold on to it like it's the greatest domain ever, and you find this fulfilling?
My dear child, first, if you take of my blood, you will be of my bloodline, which means you will also have a direct connection to the ruler of the city. Second, I didn't get the aspirations of most of my clan. I am actually quite comfortable with my humble little bar and my trading of secrets. And General Unlife has been kind to me. Again, unlife is what you make of it.
Feels like a waste of potential to me.
I find a satisfaction in being underestimated.
It's only underestimating if you rise above what people expect of you, not if you deliver exactly what they expect of you. Ooh, that hit a nerve?
Not really.
Figures.
Again, I don't have lofty dreams of grandeur. I am quite comfortable with my slice of the world, and I would like to keep it safe.
And you, sis? You comfortable with your little slice of the world?
I don't even have a slice. Kind of like a chess piece at the moment. A pawn, and that's being very generous. But I guess for the sake of the argument, and life is what you make of it.
Well, I'll tell you both right now that I intend to make much more of it than you have.
And may your dreams come true. Drink.
She reaches forward and takes your arm and brings her mouth to it and begins to drink.
I'm gonna hold her head there and force her to drink 3 counts.
She doesn't fight back. She does it very willingly and gulps very happily from the wound. When you release her finally, she reels back a little bit, starry-eyed and a little bit lost in the potency of the vitae that she had just indulged in. And this is the trial period. The strength, this vitality. This is just a trial.
Starts now. Yes.
They're hungry.
There? Excuse me?
The 2 in the terrarium, they're hungry. You should feed them.
Tomorrow's feeding day. They can wait a day.
They're hungry now.
Also, why can you talk to my snake? Really getting annoyed with everyone being able to talk to my snakes but me.
This is wonderful. This is
Now a manner of business. All the information, dead key, everything, handed over. As you understand, there are certain things that need to be kept secret. You even agreed to it, is in the contract.
They are much more safe with me than with you, obviously, as we have seen. The information that I use to hack the system belongs to Aegis, a group of people who specialize in hunting
Very aware of who
our
Aegis
kind
is.
down. You're lucky that their operations are in shambles right now. I've done you the favor of wiping their systems of everything they had on you, but I think I'll hold on to
No.
what I have for, say, 5 years. Let's call it
I'm
a
going to use
trial
Mesmerize. Fuck them. I'm using Mesmerize. And I want that goddamn information.
What is entailed in this? She's no longer human, so it's not going to work automatically, but it should still be fairly easy. So you got to do a rouse check first off.
Yep. Hunger unchanged. Which is nice.
Unprepared. All right. So yeah, intelligence and resolve. Pause. What do you do when you see this happening?
You know, there's this phrase, not my circus, not my monkeys. That's her dommy mommy dometer now. What can I do? You know,
It's also 6 successes on my manipulation.
Yeah, I don't think that. I'm gonna
Dominate.
There was no messy critical in there or anything like that?
Nope. Just 6 successes.
Well, you succeed. What is the command you give?
Hand over the information now. And I'm looking them. I'm like, I've walked over and I'm holding her face in the worst way possible, and I'm forcing her to look into my eyes.
She reaches into her bag and pulls out a laptop and hands it over. I'll have to access the rest of it.
Do it now.
She opens the computer and starts typing away.
Pause, dear. Will you come and make sure that this is being done correctly?
Sure, fine, boss the both of us. Why not? Just like leans over slightly on the computer.
Give me pause. Give me a wits plus technology roll.
Gotcha. That is 5 successes.
You realize she's copying the information. She is downloading it, but she is clearly keeping a copy of it, which doesn't go against what she's been told.
Cool.
And when you do that, she looks at you and she just gives you that "what are you gonna do" kind of thing, kind of look.
I think their eyes meet for half a second, then go back to the screen. They don't add anything.
Information downloads. She pulls out a flash drive and plugs it in. Downloads it. Then deletes the information. And then hands you the flash drive. Is this how it's always going to be? Forcing me to do things I don't want to do?
No, once you learn your fucking place, and she'll like tap her face. Not a smack, but
Yeah,
a
I got it.
tap.
Well, what's next? Mommy.
Aw, you're so cute. And at that time, she will check her phone.
Sorry, what? Say that again.
I said after that, she's gonna check her phone.
You get the message from Stone. What was your message, Stone, again?
I think the people in the tent were thin bloods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back at the ranch, you run. You. What do you do, Stone? Tell me what you.
I'm really concerned about making sure Logan gets out before I potentially make a very terrible decision. Welcome to Ian's VTM.
Ian's VTM,
so that's going to be
bad decisions are born.
Bad decisions are born. So that's going to be the first thing I do. So I'm going to proverbially peek around the corner to see if I see these 4 people, and I can put eyes on Logan.
You do. It's her and 3 others. They look to be about the same age at her. At same age as her. You don't recognize any of them. I think you saw all 3 pictures that Sam Reed had given to Lillian. I think Lillian showed them to you, so you would recognize that it's your daughter and the other 2 from the pictures, and then a 4th one that you've never seen.
Got it. Can you paint me a direction picture when I look around this corner? Who's the closest to me, or in a 4-quadrant description? Where is Logan?
Good question. So if we're assuming 1 is the point towards you, and then 2 and 3, and then 4, she's the one at the back.
Perfect. And it's dark, right?
Yeah, I mean, aside from you know your flashlight, and they got some flashlights, like it's fairly dark.
I turn off my flashlight and I use Unseen Passage.
Mm-hmm.
I get hungrier. Good. And I'd essentially... Okay, before I do all this, I look at Desmond and I go, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to handle the other 3. Just please grab Logan and take them to Lillian's bar.
What do you mean handle?
That's all I need you to do.
What do you mean handle?
I'm going to handle them, Desmond. Please take Logan to Lillian's bar.
Handle them? You're not going to kill them, right?
It depends, Desmond.
No, they're thin bloods. They're going to come with me. We'll take care of them.
All right, fine. Sure, go. And then, like, he stands against the wall. Go. You have 30 seconds. If I don't like how it's going, I will go and handle them. This is me extending a kindness.
Also very kind of you. I'll do you your favor and make sure that this one gets to Lillian's bar. But by the same token, being a thin blood is very different than being a full-blooded kindred. So if you ever run out of ideas on how to correctly teach her how to exist, you give me a ring.
Desmond, why do you think I'm asking you to get them and not me?
Good, we're on the same page. He turns around and he walks back towards them. A few moments later, you see them coming out, all 4 of them. I assume that you've gone back to hiding. He takes the 4 of them back towards where Clementine is. And then when he gets there, he looks at Logan and he says, you're going to go with her. Her name is Clementine. Very nice. You're going to go with her. She's going to take you somewhere where you're going to be safe. We're going to take care of the others. We're going to bring them with us, and I'll be in touch very soon. What's very important, Logan, is that if anyone from the organization, anyone from the past connections you've had with them contacts you, you have to tell Clementine or myself, and he almost says Stone, or anybody else who's attempting to help you, because these people do not have your best interest at heart. And you can tell that she doesn't buy that. Like, she's been, has been brainwashed by this group, basically, but she's just sort of like complying for now because she knows there's nothing she can do. And so she turns to you and she goes, where are we going?
We're gonna go for a ride. I'm Clementine, and she just wasn't just introduced, and takes her hand and aggressively shakes it. And imagine that Clementine is a little bit stronger than Logan, all things considered, and doesn't really always know her own strength. I'm sorry. I just talked to God, I think, or I'm about to talk to God. So we're gonna go now. And she puts an arm around Logan and continues walking, jingling the keys in her hand. And I'm driving, and I'm allowed to drive.
Logan gives Desmond a look like, you're sending me with the lady who talks to God with the. You'll go out. Did you had said Desmond should drive, right? But it's pretty clear now that Clementine's got the keys and she's heading out. Yeah. Desmond rounds up the others. They go out towards the back. There's a couple of trucks that arrive. A couple of them start loading the bikes in the back. They've got trailers. They pile up into their cars. They disappear. You see Logan get into the truck with Clementine, and Clementine fucking drives like an absolute fucking disaster on the ice on the way out of the parking lot.
I think that Clementine canonically, much like Bones, canonically has a lead foot. Tires squeal.
And it's probably texting. Canonically. Like
Canonically text. What? Don't never do that.
Oh God.
Don't text and drive, kids. Unless you're a professional like me.
That's right.
I think that's a joke. Don't do that.
What are you gonna do, Stone?
Super quick, because I know I don't want to make this a production. The area that they're in, I want to do a sweep. I want to see if there's anything, sigils, papers, notebooks, anything that could give me anything.
Yeah, there's definitely like there's a bunch of stuff. You remember what you found on the people in the container? It's kind of all the same kind of stuff, like maps of Montreal, keys to places, pamphlets from the Church of the Neon God, things of that nature.
Address, scroll tube, keys, prepaid phone, and a map.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff, basically. They were being set up to replace the ones that were killed in the container.
Got it. Cool. If I don't see anything that's of note, I'm not going to take anything, but I'm taking pictures of everything and I'm texting them to Lillian that someone else other than me has them. And then after that's done and everyone is cleared out, make a phone call to Brophy and call for a pickup.
Sounds good. On my way.
Thank you.
In the vehicle with Logan, you go to Lillian's, I would assume, Clementine. Is there anything you want to say or do specifically? She's going to be kind of quiet unless you talk to her. So kind of up to you if you want to do or say something. Otherwise, we'll jump ahead to you arriving at the bar. Up to you.
Man, the temptation to do some weird Malkavian things is so strong.
Well,
do it.
No, I can't. I literally can't. I think Stone would be really upset, and Clementine likes Stone a lot. So yeah,
Bones, let's get active. Just go, because I want to see what it is.
I was gonna have Clementine drive Logan to the cave. No, that's insane. That's crazy.
But you could.
Could I? I'm doing it. Fuck it, we ball.
It'd be fun.
You drive on over the... Actually, from where you are, it's not very far. You're on Côte de Neige, which is a stone's throw away from the oratory and all that. It's maybe like a 10-minute drive. You basically go up Côte de Neige itself, and then you turn on Queen Mary, and you're there. You will drive around and climb up to the top of where the oratory is on the mountain, and you have this strange thing where as you're going along, you kind of know where to go next, sort of thing. You will eventually park at the very top. There's a parking lot that's kind of at the top of where all the stairs and all that are, and there's a little walkway that goes up into the mountain. It's cold as fuck because it's the middle of winter and it's Montreal. You're Kindred, you don't really feel it, but Bronson will. So she's got just kind of a thin jacket and boots. She's not really dressed for the winter, but you do kind of see in the back of the truck there's like some spare jackets and stuff like that.
I think Logan will... Not Logan. That's Logan. I'm Clementine. Clementine will take like an extra jacket from the back and sort of unceremoniously put it on Logan for her. Like she's like a child, not a young woman. And sort of tuck her in close and pull her in very close to Clementine. And Logan would smell the death on her, right? I would imagine so. As a thin blood, she would recognize it. There is something very clearly wrong with Clementine. This is just a temporary setback. While I have a vehicle and have the time to do this, I have to go look for something, and I need you to come with me because there are people in this world who are
are constantly sending psychic mind attacks, and I don't want you to become a victim to that. So you're gonna come with me, okay?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why do you have a jacket that has my father's motorcycle club patch on it?
You know, that's a really funny story. Is who's your dad?
His name's Stone.
Stone. Oh gosh, Stone. That's a very curious name. It's very curious indeed, and it's so funny that you mentioned that. You know, I think I'm so glad that you asked that question about Stone. Stone what? What's the last name? What's the last name that you've got there?
Bronson.
Stone Bronson. One moment, I have to rack my brain. God's been speaking to me all day.
I would like to, while she's sort of doing this and buying a little bit of time, I would like to use Mesmerize, if at all possible.
To do what exactly?
To have her drop the subjects.
It's not gonna last super long, but
Okay.
you can definitely do that. You can definitely do that. It's not gonna last till the cows come.
My poor child.
You know, it's oh my God, Stone. I'm gonna nix that. Forget that. We're not doing that.
Stone. I remember Stone. He and I had a hookup a few weeks ago. He's very attractive.
Their eyes go wide.
He must have left it in the back. Well, that's where, the hookup happened.
Okay.
So sorry. That's what a small world that is. Logan's your name, isn't it, Logan?
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe you'll have a sister soon. Who knows?
Let's just get this over with. God. And she walks away and she pulls out her phone and she starts texting. And Stone, you get a text.
Yeah. Let's say,
did you have relations with a crazy woman named Clementine?
I think with the abrasiveness of it, Stone goes, whoa, no. ... Why? What'd she say?
Because she's driving me out in the middle of the woods right now, and she says she might be pregnant with your child.
I immediately call Clementine.
I ignore the call.
I call back.
I turn my phone off.
Oh my God. Text Logan. Hey, so please send me your location.
I'm next to some giant church up on a mountain.
Look at me, I'm your mother now.
Okay, perfect. I turn to the homie and I go, do you know of a giant church on a mountain?
Yeah, the oratory. Jesus Christ, man. It's fucking... you can see it from here. Look out the fucking window.
I have a lot going on right now. Geographically, I am not sound, okay? Can you just take me to the oratory?
Neither is Clementine, but don't worry. That fanfic she's writing is good as fuck.
Meanwhile, back at the bar.
God.
Lillian is receiving a flurry of text messages.
I'm gonna look through them.
They get increasingly unhinged.
What are these unhinged messages? Like, I know some of them are pictures, right?
Yeah. There's pictures. He's just like a list of... He's somewhere taking pictures of a room, and he's sending you pictures of that room, and there's pamphlets and stuff.
And then it's, hey, these are things that I saw. I got my daughter. Clementine has my daughter. They're going to the oratory. I don't know why. Chasing them. How are you? And then just... that's it.
Lillian is just reading this out loud. And occasionally, like, she'll open a picture or two and like zoom in and look at what's actively like in the background, trying to, I guess, piece together what Stone is trying to convey, but is not doing a great job at.
What you're kind of figuring is that he and Clementine have his daughter and they're going to the oratory, which, you know, until very recently had a bunch of vampire hunter priests in it, so.
All right, fuck this. I'm gonna call. I call Stone.
Hello.
What the actual fuck?
I don't know. Listen, if it were up to me, everybody would be dead. But no.
Why are you going to where the fucking vampire hunters are?
There's vampire hunters?
Oh my god. Do you not know what happens in this city?
She was supposed to take you. She was supposed to take her to you. I don't know why they're going there. Now they're there. So now I have to go there to now get them from vampire hunters?
Well, it used to be where they hang out. I don't know if they're still there or not.
That's enough. I didn't know that.
Is your daughter okay?
For the most part, but I don't know so much anymore because they're with Clementine. They were supposed to go with you. This wouldn't have happened if you just let me eat people. This would not be a problem.
God. We can't just solve our problems by murder.
This problem could have been solved by murder.
Well, yeah, I'm starting to agree with you on that one, but that's a discussion for another time.
Okay, well, that's where I'm going.
All right, I guess we'll meet you there.
Now, should you? Vampire Hunter Central? Should you?
Listen, I can eat people too. I'm kind of hungry.
Okay, your dainty hands say otherwise. I'll see you in a bit. Hangs up the phone.
Meanwhile,
Yeah. Big meanwhile.
yeah. Meanwhile, Paz and Venus. While the boss is off texting and calling and the flurry of action that's going on there, Venus says, "Thanks."
Don't mention it. You see what I mean? What you make of it?
I mean, what's 5 years? I'll give her a couple of years and then I'm gonna totally turn her inside out. I'm gonna take everything she has. I'm gonna take control of everything. She's sitting on a little gold mine here and she's just, I don't know. She's like those Roman empires who were just decadent as fuck and didn't really build anything or try to accomplish anything. She's just sitting in here in her on her little divan, and I don't know. That's what she wants. That's fine, but I'm not doing this just so that I can sit on my couch and eat corn chips and watch TV. You know.
I see your ambition. Way to be a fledgling. Counterpoint. What's stopping her from yanking that information out of you like she did, what, a couple minutes ago?
I have taken precautions. I know enough about what her and others can do. There are redundancies to my redundancies. The thing is that once Troy opens the gates and lets in the Greek horse, there's nothing you can do. They're inside, and you can kill Achilles if you want. The rest of them are in there. I'm in here now. And I'm, to quote Ray Charles, I'm gonna make it do what it do.
You know, I can't argue with you all night. So against my better judgment, maybe I can offer you something else.
What's that?
I may have made deals and offers with this group, but maybe you can circumvent 5 years of pre-accounting. I say pre because you have maybe 10 more years of being under a Venture's thumb before getting anywhere. And we can be twins and look, I can just embrace you.
Skipping ahead of the line, so to speak.
I would just let you go. And then you can experience things and come crawling back prodigal style.
It's not gonna make you friends with her.
We were never friends.
Well, look at that. A little spark of Machiavellian in you. That's why I thought you'd given up on all that and were just happy bouncing around like a little ball.
Really? Just all the mirth in my throat just made you so envious.
It wasn't envy. I just tried to think what I would feel like if it was me and you were still human, and I knew that one day you would die and I would have to go on without you, and I couldn't bear that thought, and I thought maybe you couldn't either, but you were just too stuck up your own ass to say anything about it. Worrying about me, worrying about protecting me, when all I want is to just be with my sister.
We can unravel that later. Let's just stay here and see what... Let's see what I can do.
Okay. Good looking out, sis.
Again, don't mention it.
You, Lillian, get off the phone with Stone, saying you're heading over there. And you come out into the main room, and you see off in the corner Paz and Venus talking. And you see, standing in the doorway, your sire, Thomas Strathcona. Not open tonight?
It's been a rough couple nights. What's up?
Here, Maud paid you a visit.
Yup.
He looks over at the other two in the corner. Got somewhere we can talk?
I don't want to be too without an out of earshot of them, but behind the bar is fine.
Okay. Clementine, you are walking along the path to go up into the mountain and eventually arrive at what appears to be an access hatch for the metro station, perhaps a maintenance shaft or something like that. Logan keeps looking over her shoulder behind, but she's following. You get there, you instinctively know what you have to do. You open, with Logan's help, the shaft, and you climb down. And down and down and down. Eventually, you emerge in something strange, a metro station you've never heard of before, never seen before. It's called the Brother Andre Station, and you've never seen it. It looks like it must have looked when it was built in the 60s, but it looks like it's never been used before. You continue moving through, find another access door, step through it, walk down a corridor, and eventually emerge in what, from your recollection, would have been very similar to the mausoleum that you saw in your vision earlier when you were talking to Brother Andre, but it looks like it's been partially caved in and destroyed, like someone tried to erase it. And as you step into this room, and I'm just narrating a little bit quickly now because of the time.
Of course, yeah.
You are directed very easily to an area that you can see was probably at some point the sarcophagus, and you kneel next to it and you see one stone that is engraved with this cross, and you, without even hesitating, pull at it and pull it out, and with a look at Logan over your shoulder, you reach into the darkened hole, and your hands wrapped around something metallic, long and cold. What do you do?
I pull it out.
You pull out what appears to be a cracked mirror. The glass is dark, black. It doesn't reflect anything. And as you pull it out and sit back and look into it, all those voices that were in your head earlier start to rise again. And in the mirror, you start seeing scenes. People doing strange things, some of them in steamy situations, others in embarrassing situations, others in situations of stress or flights of fancy. And as you look at this and listen to the voice and connect each voice in your head to one of the images in the mirror, you realize that what you are hearing are not your brethren in the Malkavian network. What you're hearing and seeing now are the dreams of every citizen. Remember that scene in Batman where he's got all the cell phones up and he can see and hear what every cell phone in the city sees and hear?
No.
This is this, but for the subconscious of everyone in the city.
Oh my god.
You hear again Brother Andre's last words. Someone has to watch over the dreams of the city.
I think she looks back at Logan with sort of a weak smile. It's an overwhelming position that she's now put herself in. I believe I have started my watch.
Okay. Whatever that means, can we get out of here? It's kind of creepy down here.
I thought it was sort of comfortable, but yes, of course.
I mean, you can stay if you want. I can find my way back out.
No. I've made a promise to the other thin blood, Desmond.
What does that mean, thin blood? I keep hearing people banging that about, but I have no clue what that means.
Logan, can I ask you a question? A personal question?
Sure.
Has anybody bitten you?
Yeah?
And did you drink from someone?
I think so. It's a little muddled the past few nights, what's happened, but I do remember being given something to drink.
And did you perhaps feel very, very different after you drank it? A little bit lighter, a little bit stronger.
It felt very different, actually. And I thought it was just after effects or whatever they gave us. But what are you talking about? What is this thin blood stuff? What's going on? What happened to me?
It's ironic that I'm the one to tell you.
Me what?
Clementine stands to her full height and brings Logan into a warm embrace. Kind, but strong. Strong enough that she thinks Logan can't break this embrace. Logan Bronson, you have died and been reborn, much like Jesus Christ on the third day.
Okay, I'm leaving. Thanks. I'm sure you can find your way out of here.
She just squeezes so much tighter. I'm so sorry, Logan. I can't do that. We have to go together. I'm the one with the keys. Come on, darling. All will be well. I believe that you actually, and I don't know exactly, and she's walking while like holding Logan to her as tightly as she can. I believe that you are actually in a much more unique circumstance than most in your position who have succumbed to I read in a book once, they refer to it as the dark kiss. How romantic. And she continues walking and leading her back out to the truck.
Stone, you arrive at the oratory and you see your truck there parked kind of haphazardly halfway up a snowbank, one door open.
Oh, no,
truck's still running, by the way.
Oh, shit. Looks at the truck. Fuck. Takes the keys out, closes the door, and starts yelling for Clementine and Logan.
What's going on, man?
Clementine's up here with somebody who's important. You know what? I'm done with this shit. Clementine's up here with my daughter.
Like your blood daughter?
Yeah.
Clementine's the crazy Malkavian one? Well, crazy Malkavian is kind of redundant, but...
Yeah.
That's not good, boss.
No, that's why we're here. And he's still like in between talking, yelling for Clementine. Yeah, so that's why we're here.
Do you think she's gonna have done something to her?
No, I don't think that at all. No. Clementine's a sweetheart. Probably wouldn't cross her, but I asked her to take care of my daughter, which she did it. Clementine! So they're supposed to be at Lillian's right now, but they're here. So
they're right up there. And you turn and you look up, and framed by the illuminated cross on top of Montreal, cresting the hill, you see Logan looking very bewildered and Clementine clinging to her like she's afraid she's gonna be carried away. And Logan sees you and slowly
hey baby, nice to see you, sweetheart. Like, I meet them as best as I can, as quickly as I can.
You start running up there. Meanwhile, over at the bar, pause. You watch as Lillian and this strange man that just came in and you've never seen before, this very this tall, very elegant black man with this very powerful aura. They've stepped behind the bar and they're talking, and Venus says, "Should we just leave?" Pause.
I'm so sorry I missed that last part. What you said?
You watch as this newcomer and Lillian go off to chat behind the bar, and Venus looks at you and says, "Well, should we leave? What should we do?"
How far away are they?
I would say like you kind of, halfway across the room, because they're behind the bar, which is central, and you guys went to a corner, so kind of basically about halfway across the room, maybe like 60 feet, 70 feet, something like that.
Are we like in a separate room, or is it just like this?
No,
open
it's like this
space?
one big space. I think the main floor upstairs.
Yeah, like you're far enough away to where we couldn't hear you if you whispered, but there is still line of sight on you.
Okay. I'm reading something. I think they're just gonna like angle out a little. Hey, boss, I'm gonna show Ghoulie the server room, if that's okay.
I'd rather you not.
Cool. And then just leans back.
Cool.
All right, nice. Okay, thanks. I think I want to try something stupid. This is a finale. This is where stupid shit happens.
Oh, we love stupid. Let's go.
Let's get active.
I would like to use Maw of Ahriman on
Really?
Venus.
On who? On Venus?
Yes.
Now I gotta go read Maw of Ahriman.
Yeah, for the uninitiated.
Not what I was
does that do?
expecting.
Yeah, me either. But let's go. What's
Yeah, wait about it.
Everything's fine. You should just say yes and just let Paz do whatever Paz is going to do. Just
Yeah. Now we have to make it complicated. Now we have to make the game hard.
You're welcome.
Maw of Ahriman. All right, let's see what this does.
Listen, it can't be any worse than Clemmy kidnapping somebody.
Yeah. Well, I guess I might have the ingredients off. A room that has no light enters and is quiet as the grave. There's talking.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hold on.
But I love bullshit LASOMBRA stuff, so like, I'm not sorry.
Wait a minute.
So,
reading
tell me-
this
tell
here,
me
do we
what-
have time for this?
Tell me what your
Yes, this came from Bloodstained Loved. Don't worry about it. I'm not using it. Like, this isn't Mississippi. We're trying to make moves. Not those kind of moves.
Tell me what
but
you're
we're
trying
making
to
moves.
accomplish. Tell me what you're trying to accomplish.
From my understanding, I thought it would like quiet the area or a person. Pause was kind of like try to shut Venus up and then embrace her, and hopefully no sound would emit.
Oh, without the others noticing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like, that's tough to do. What else do you have? I should go check your card sheet. But what else do you have as far as obtenebration powers?
I mean, nothing that'll help. I mean, if we kill her ashes to ashes, maybe. I have lethal body, so elite as my potent, then false
Yeah.
life.
So I will say this: I don't think that can work that way that you want. It doesn't. It's not gonna have
That's
that
fine.
kind of effect. I mean, there are windows.
To jump out of?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Metaphorically?
No, but really, like, you could literally throw yourself out the window if you're trying to get out.
Yeah. I guess we could
Because what is it that you want to do?
Yeah. I think if that's the case, and we're feeling drastic, I could just take her and just soaring leap out the window.
Mm-hmm.
And then just scuttle off into the night.
And deal with Lillian later.
Yeah.
Is that what you
Rather
want to do?
beg for forgiveness than ask for permission. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what's going to happen. You're going to go ahead and you're going to give me a athletics roll. So you're going to give me a strength plus athletics. If you have any potence, you can count them as successes.
Okay. I am going to bloodbath. That was a fail. But 2 and 3 and then I'm counting potence as successes?
Yeah.
Like automatic?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna willpower. And that didn't do shit, so 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay, so this is what happens. You, Lillian, you say no, don't go to the things. Thomas says, Lillian, forget about them. We have something important to... And as he says that, you hear the sound of windows shattering and window frames fucking ripping out of the side of the building. And you look up in time to see Paws having grabbed Venus and the two of them going out the window very forcefully. Full-on defenestration as they plunge off into the night. What do you do? What's your first reaction?
Lillian's fucking tired of all these goddamn headaches. And we'll just look at Thomas and be like, this has been my past 2 nights. What is it? What the fuck do you want?
I think it's time I told you something about our bloodline.
You mean the fact that I'm not a very go-getting Ventru?
About the fact that you're not Ventru, and neither am I.
Okay, sure. And on that, she just like pulls out a bottle of whatever and just drinks. What the fuck are you talking about? Not a Ventru. Okay, sure.
And up on the mountain, Stone, halfway up the stairs, you walk up and meet Logan, and she says, "Dear God, I hope you didn't get her pregnant."
The short answer is no, because that didn't happen, nor can it, but that's another time.
I think she
another
believes
time.
it did, just so you know.
And then looks at Clementine and goes,
I had to tell her something.
yeah, that's what you... Okay, come here. And then tries to, get Logan away from Clementine, but not in like a, ooh, weird woman. It's just more so of like, Been a while.
I think when I think whenever she sees Stone, I think she immediately lets Logan go, and is more focused on her shiny new mirror.
Okay.
Dad, what's a thin blood?
God. You remember those horror movies I'd watch when you were a kid? Yeah. So, the reason why I have not been around... Oh, shit, we're going to do this here. Okay. The reason why I have not been around for a lot of your life is because I am a vampire. And a thin blood is a person who has consumed vampire blood, but you're not like fully a vampire yet. This really sounds like one of those YouTube documentary things, but it's for real. Hold on. And he goes, oh, don't want to do this. Fangs. Ha.
That your friend down there gesticulating at you?
Turns around.
And
yeah,
and that's when she puts her foot on your ass and pushes you, and you go flying off the stairs and start rolling down the steps.
I can't. I'd like to right myself with soaring leap. I guess as I go ass over tea kettle, I try to grab a step with my hands and chest push myself to my feet and just like, yo!
Ta-da!
What the fuck was that?
A vampire? That's your fucking excuse for leaving me and Mom? You're a fucking vampire? That's the lamest shit I've ever fucking heard.
Really, babe, it's not really an excuse, Logan. It's the truth. I
can't even with you. I can't even with you. A fucking vampire. I can't even with you. No, I can't. No, are you going to tell that to Mom? Are you going to look Mom in the eye and go, I'm sorry, I'm a vampire? Is that what you're going to do?
I mean, what am I supposed to do, Logan? Okay, this is real. Look at me. And then, like, I jump from where I am back to where she is. What am I supposed to do?
And meanwhile... in the alley out near where the club is, running away with Venus. She says, we just did something stupid, didn't we?
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. Now, how do we do this?
How about we get as far away from this place in the city first? Because I really did just kick myself in the teeth.
If you weren't my twin, I would swear you were the oldest one of the two. Just always with the good ideas.
Not this time.
No, not this time, but still a good idea. Hey, at least we're going to be together.
And they try, and they're biting back for how long? And they just nod. Just one quick, and baby, like a quick blood tear out of the way.
And on that note, my friends, we are going to end this little story of ours with a few little dangling threads, because dangling threads are always...
A few threads.
A few?
A few.
Dangling
One,
threads
three,
are always important.
Four dangling threads, actually. It's so crazy that you say that. That's a few.
Imagine that. Thank you so much, my friends, for taking part in this weird little story. I told you, I did warn you off the bat at the beginning that you might not get answers to everything.
Yeah.
This is your ruse to keep us coming back.
Yeah. I mean,
God damn it.
that's how you do
Just
it.
didn't think it'd feel like this.